Conversation. Welcome back to UNNES in Conversation. Today we have Dr. Salut Muhidin from Macquarie Business School, Macquarie University, Sydney, Australia. Hi, Pak Salut, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. And then to start off our conversation, I'm kind of wondering what motivated you to pursue an academic career abroad?
Honestly, if you say this is kind of like been designed, for me personally, it's not by design, but most kind of like just by flow. So initially, I just want to start with having overseas education.
Yeah.
I did back in Europe, in the Netherlands, and after that, I thought it's really nice to have more experience. So that's the starting point when I thought I'm going to just stop for 2 years or 3 years. But eventually, once you knock one door, the other door's coming over. So I kind of like just walking with the flow, and then eventually when I did decide to be academic in permanently, when I moved to Australia. So that when the position to be permanent academic at Macquarie University, then I know that it is going to be my path and my career to be academic.
Yeah. Pak Salut, despite being based in Australia, particularly in Sydney, how do you engage with Indonesian universities or probably Indonesian organization in general? I'm
quite lucky to have been exposed with the network, in particular Indonesian Diaspora Network, where I'm also part of the Indonesian Diaspora Network in Global, as well as in New South Wales, Sydney. On the other hand, due to my experience having studied abroad, so I did have a lot of friends from all over the world as well. So through them, I know some network. Through Indonesian collaboration network, I also have some collaboration. Because of that kind of like, Indonesian students these days, they went overseas everywhere. To US, to Canada, to Europe, to Australia. And I've been very lucky that I knew some of them. Like when I was in Europe, in Netherlands, I met with them, and then they coming back to Indonesia. And then while I was working with Brown University in US, I also met some of them. And then while also working at Macquarie, some of the students also going back to Indonesia. I know that majority, if I didn't say half, but at least majority, most of the time, people who study overseas postgraduate program, usually either they are academician or they work with the government officer, or they go back to the regional office. So through that kind of like networking, through alumni, through network Indonesian diaspora, then I've been in contact with them. So then little by little, the collaboration happened, and then sometimes it's only like one go by project, but most of the time we can like having very nice long-lasting collaboration.
Yeah, wow, that's very interesting. So as now that actually you are now at Universitas Negeri Semarang, UNNES, could you tell us a little bit more about your activities here?
Okay, this activity is part of Macquarie Business School program. We have regular sending some staff for visiting our industry partner as well as our university partner. So for Indonesia, we do have a representative officer who's arranged for our travel. So basically what I have done so far at University Negeri Semarang is giving guest lecture with the topic of the strategic collaboration, which I think this is very much related with the purpose of this travel. So we try to strengthen our collaboration to kind of like also encourage students to think broader, to expose with the academic at Macquarie in particular, but also for them to think about anything else. So that is so far what I have done.
So I believe that you have collaborated with Indonesian universities before and Indonesian organizations. priorly. So could you tell us a little bit more what kind of activities that you participated in those collaborations?
Yeah. With Indonesia in particular, I had strong root with Lembaga Demografi UI in Depok. So even until today, I've been appointed as kind of like a young researcher for them. Not only I'm happy to be affiliated with them, but because of my education is also about demography, so I'm kind of like feeling like a second home for me, right? Beside in Sydney. So most of the time for activities, collaboration in Indonesia is about research as well as teaching, like a guest lecture. So recently, in particular, like in Semarang, I have been collaborate with Unika Sugi Pranoto for the Connection program. So majority is about research and then collaboration for guest lecture, as well as writing as a collaborator for journal article.
Yeah. Talking about your lecture just now at Faculty of Economics and Business UNNES, so could you tell us how can Indonesian universities build a stronger partnership with academic diaspora, specifically to enhance research quality and global visibility?
Sure. Yes, just to sum up about what discussion today, we try to encourage everyone to have more strategic collaboration, because we argue that collaboration is a must today. It's not an option. Either it is for international ranking, either for your promotion, or either for your graduates. So you have to have like a collaboration. But a lot of question is something to do like what kind of collaboration we need to have. So the recommendation is basically having strategic collaboration. What does it mean is the collaboration not only just one goal, but more kind of like sustainable. So it's more like continuous collaboration. The second one is also about having complementary. Of course, not everyone having the same skill, the same expertise. So having strategic collaboration, meaning that you are become complement each other, as well as there are some capacity building each other as well. So that's kind of like the two elements that important need to have in terms of strategic collaboration.
Yeah. And now talking about your perspective as an Indonesian diaspora, so how has your international academic experience shaped your perspective on research, education, and innovation?
Being Indonesia, I think it's also quite a value plus for me, because you have already broader mind having diversity in the first place one. As we know that Indonesia consists of so many islands, so many culture and so on. So the same thing when we try to interact international one. So not everyone has the same perspective like you have. So having being Indonesia background, Indonesian diaspora, so you get used to with kind of like different diversity of the ideas and a lot of kind of like shaping yourself, the way that you see people, not kind of like only one point of view, but you give some room that there's also kind of like differences between you and someone else. So again, go back to my point, is about we are complement each other. It's not like someone is kind of like much higher or someone lower, but need to be at the same level. So kind of like more partnership, collaboration.
Now on challenges, right? I believe that you also, have a challenges in navigating as being an Indonesian diaspora. So could you share us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the challenge in terms of having collaborate, basically mostly because of everyone has their perspective and everyone has their expectation. So the important one is to talk that one, the differences in terms of your expectation, differences in terms of the way or the style that you're doing it, has to be kind of like already open in the first place one. So by having understanding of everything in the first place. So hopefully the challenge is not going to happen. Of course, I may want to having timeline, for example. I've been kind of like need to catch up by this month. Someone else may say like they need next couple months, right? So the expectation about timeline, the expectation about the output, the expectation about something else is also completely different. So the big challenge for us is basically how to meet and negotiate about your differences, in particular expectation in any topics, right? Your vision, different timeline, different vision. So as long as you can understand each other, I believe the challenge going to be minimized.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is nothing that you said there is no challenge at all, but the only thing is, can we minimize that challenge in order to resolve that challenge?
Yeah. One final question, Pak Salut.
Yeah.
What practices from leading global universities like Macquarie University could be adapted or maybe modified to improve research culture and academic governance in Indonesia?
One thing that I feel is basically we being accommodated. So either facilities or resources or accessibility to something that can we make it innovative or and so on. A lot of things that we sometimes a lot of ideas, but we have no resources. It could be the people who's doing it, or the funding we want to have that one, or even the facilities. Okay, so the common practice basically in a lot of the international agencies, before they come up with kind of like the program, they prepare it very well. So if, say for example, if they want to have research center, so they knew it, how much money you need, how many people you need that one, and so on. So in a way, when the program going to run, so they know it exactly, it's going to run long term, rather than only, this is the idea, I want to have it now, and then whatever happened coming.
Yeah.
So it's preparation and to have facility what you require to do that one. Not only basic requirement, but also kind of like go beyond than that.
Yeah. That's wrap up our conversation for today. So thank you so much, Pak Salut, for your time and your experience and your knowledge in related to the academic excellence and then societal impact. So for Sobat UNNES, see you in the next episode. Bye.
Thank you.